Hello guys, once again you're welcome to Laprinzo Wealth Academy. My name is Prince Ikilowe and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel I talk about trading, how you can become a professional forex trader. I also talk about indices, cryptocurrencies and mindset development. Yeah, we are packed with different skill set. These are skill set that is a skill set that if you master each, especially forex trading, to master the skill set, it's gonna pay you for the rest of your life. I came across this market several years ago, and I am so happy sharing my knowledge about forex with thousands of people on the internet. And if you are here, you are lucky to be in this platform because here we don't just talk about forex, but we also talk about mindset because it is very important that you have to have the right mindset, you have to have the right habit, you have to have the right character to be able to trade professionally and make money in the market. It doesn't even matter whether you're trading forex or crypto, but if you don't have the right mindset, you don't have the right habit, you don't have the right character, if these three things are not right, it's just like someone who is driving a car with only one arm and one leg. So, guys, you're welcome to Laprinzo Wealth Academy. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. So, whenever I post videos on mindset development, videos on trading, how you can improve your trading skill, you will have the opportunity to watch those videos. And also click on the notification bell so you will not miss out any new item or content we post on this channel. All right, the topic for today is top-down analysis, the best top-down analysis on how you can trade the um, currency pair. So now I'm going to be using gold as an example for this particular. I will use maybe another currency pair, but let's start this analysis with gold. How do you analyze the market? This is how I analyze the market, and this is the best way. I'm not using any indicator. I'm not using anything. It's pure price action. All right, because indicators lag, all right, a lot. Indicators lag a lot. I've seen a lot of people using indicators to analyze their market, but I don't believe in those fancy indicators. I believe in pure price action. So once you see your chart, this is your chart, the first thing you want to do is to what? Go to a higher time frame. You want to see the market with a higher time frame. So in this example, I'll be going to, this is good, USD. Let me start with the monthly time frame. Now, what I'm going to be doing with the monthly time frame is to see this market clearly on a monthly perspective. On a monthly perspective. Now, if you look at this market based on the monthly time frame, because the smaller time frame that most people use is not, it doesn't, give you the clear understanding or clear interpretation of what the market is actually doing. All right. This market clearly, you can see that this market is an uptrend. Monthly, based on the monthly time frame, the market is an uptrend. All right. Now, I've seen the market to be an uptrend on the monthly time frame, but let's go back to the weekly time frame. Now, what I'm going to do with the weekly time frame now is to map out the areas I call strategic zones. All right. The market seems to be an uptrend. Now, look at it, it's bullish, right? Gold is very bullish, very bullish. But for some time now, since starting from May this year, March, market has been coming down. All right, this could be a pullback. So now, how do you now know the best areas to trade your market now? With the weekly time frame right now, you're going to map out the areas I call zones. These zones are places where price usually turns back. All right. And you don't want to use line. Hmm? The best to you to identify these zones is to use uh, this tool. This is trading view. You can find this tool, right? Rectangle tool to identify these turning points. Now, if you look at this very well, look at your left, all right? Drag to your left. These zones can be zones that I've been touching here for some time. It could be maybe 5 years ago. Doesn't matter. If I click or if I put more horizontal line here, all right, you know that this zone here, okay, let's try something. You clearly see that that place is a very very strong zone. You see in the past, this is 2012 price got here and it got rejected. Let's go to the another one. Okay, I think it's clear for us to know that that place is a very strong zone. All right, this is a very, very strong zone. So price got to this point. This was March 2021. Price bounced back. It got here 20 August 2021. Price went back again. The upside now it is here again. This is July 2022. 18, this is weekly time frame, right? 18 was the day price got there. And you can see that price is nicely going to the upside. So what do you do once you see price get into the zone? You look for candlestick patterns to trade. You look for candlestick patterns to execute your trade. But I'm going to show you also something. Now let's map out all the strategic zones. So here is also a zone. You see the price go to this point and it did a double top. All right. So we've identified uh, two very important. Let me extend this to the other side. Right, we've identified two very, very important zones. Remember, they are not straight lines, they are zones. Now, this is another zone. All right. Now, uh, I'm going to use zones and I'm going to use trend line to show you how you can literally place a trade with this market. Now, you come here. If I look at my, this is a zone. This is a zone. I'm going to find out base. All right. How did I know that this is? Look at the touches here. Look at the touches here. Look at the touches here. All right. That place is a potential zone. Now, I'm not going to join. I'm not going to trade this market with weekly time frame, but I'm just using the weekly time frame to identify these market zones that you're not supposed to trade anything apart from. I only trade on zones, and zone trading is the best way to trade. If you master, you can map out these strategic turning points on any market, whether forex, crypto, indices, you're going to make money from this trade. You will not be guess. It's not going to be a guesswork. All right. Now that I have identified these zones, I'm also going to know if this market, because the market was doing a trend, it was trending, right? Okay, was trending upside from the downside, right? It was a downtrend. So we expected this market to come down way, but unfortunately, market got to this point and it it stalled there. It stopped here. Look at, because what? This was a very strong zone. See, the market did not pass it. So the only time I would have traded this market down here, it would have been if price has uh if price has, for instance, come down here, right? Maybe it will do like this, do like this, then come back for a retest. That is when I say, okay, market may likely go down. But look at what is happening here. With what is happening here, you can clearly see that the market is not going down. So now that the market has gotten to this is weekly time frame, all right? Now, how do you now? This is the best place to trade this market from the beginning. Yeah, if you are to buy this market, and at that time, I can now come back to my daily time frame. Daily time frame. You can see that. Oh, oh, but I also use Fibonacci retracement, but I think I'll talk about Fibonacci in another training. But this mapping out these strategies points to trade can liberate you from making money from these markets. So you can see that if you had watched this zone when the market was coming down here, though it looked as if it was a downtrend, right? But it was not really a downtrend. Why? Because it was a downtrend, but once you go to this point, that because it's a strong zone, this daily candlestick would have been your entry point, right? This call it bullish engulfing. Why? Because in the past, the same thing happened. Price got here and it went all the way up here, and their first take profit would have been here. You can see this particular zone here. All right, here is the zone. it happened the same thing. So price is all about history. What has happened in the past, it also happened in the future, most likely. So if you have to buy this market here, your stop loss would have been down here. Now, if this market, another way you can trade this market now is, since this most people believe this is a pullback for a sell, right? Now, price go to this trend line. This is daily time frame. I'm not going for 4 hours, but once price go to this point, anytime you see that price get to your zone, it may also go back to maybe like 4 hours time frame for an early entry. So for the purpose of this example, this would have been the candlestick formation to give you a clear information that, oh, price has touched this very critical zone and it may likely go to the upside, though it looks like a downtrend, but because that place has been a price reversal zone, it is a very, very, very critical place for you to trade this market. You see how nicely price is going up here. All right. Now you can also add this trend line. This trend line is here. Now, if you were looking out for a sell opportunity, the only time this market would have been the sell would have been valid is when price perhaps comes to this down this place, this trend line here, give us a nice bearish candlestick. A very nice bearish candlestick, but as it stands, so price has not given us any nice bearish candlestick and it keeps going up here. If you miss this trade from this up, it most likely, right? Price, if the trend is going for the upside reversal, most likely it may still come down here, all right? Before going up. So your next take profit is here, the next one is here. Or two things can happen. Now, if you look at this time frame, this is daily time frame, right? This trend line is very, very important. You have to also look at trend line like this. So price may also do this. See what it's doing nicely, right? To the upside. So this is how you use daily time frame. Remember, I started this with the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame is to look at, also if you look at the monthly time frame, all these places I have mapped out is actually a place where you want to look at for your trade opportunity. So after you get to the monthly time frame, you bring it down to weekly. All right, you want to map out these turning points with your weekly time frame. This is a nice trend line. If your trend line is broken here, this place would have been the very best place to enter this market for a buy with this um, weekly time frame. All right, but you don't want to enter market late with weekly. You can go back to daily time frame. Once you use this uh, this tool to identify these zones, zones are very, very important in any market. These are places where the banks and big boys they put their money. These areas, all these places are zones. It's not a straight line. So all these places contains the zone. These are all these places. Everywhere, everywhere is a zone. So those who are buying this market actually they are making profit. Why? Because they know that in the past price got to this point, it did the same thing. So they switch to higher time frame. They are not using small time frame like 1 hour, 4 hours. So look at the direction of the market. They use weekly time frame, monthly time frame to know the direction of the market. They use weekly, of course, to map up these zones, and then they execute their trades with a lower time frame. So let's look whether we can see more zones, minor zones. Right now, we have seen the major reversal areas. So let's see if we can also spot out minor zones. So this is what we call top-down analysis. They use the higher time frame, bring it down to smaller time frame. All right, good. Yeah, this place is a zone. It is a zone. It is a zone. Right? It's a zone, very clear zone. Why? Because his history, price is all about understanding the history of the market. This is a zone. Look at it. 2021, July, June, 28 price got there, it went up. All right. Another time again, this is November 2021, price got to that point, it went up. After going up, it came down here again. This is December 21, it went up to this other side. So this is clearly also a zone. So now that we've identified this zone, something that you want to look at right now for this particular analysis is to look at for price has it means that price has broke through this zone right now. It has broken this zone, and what may happen right now is for the price to come back here. Come back here. All right. If this market was to go to the upside, it will come back and test this zone before going up. But your first take profit is going to be this very zone. The next take profit is going to be this other zone. So let us watch out for this market too. This is good. Let's watch out for this market to do a little bit pull back to the zone. It may not come down to this downside. All right, because already the trend line has been broken. So it may do this and come back here. All right, because this is a very, very strong zone. Look at what they did here. Similar thing happened here. Went up, it came down here. You can see what happened. So this is how you trade. You want to use higher time frame to map up your trading area. These are areas you want to trade. These other places, I call them no man's zone. These are not places you want to trade. There are also minor zones. If you look at, if I can go back to even 4 hours time frame, I may see so many noise making uh, places to look out for trading opportunities. But I like to use daily, weekly to know where the market is going to, because all those places may not give you the right interpretation of what the market is doing. So you want to take advantage of the weekly. You can see that the weekly, let me also, uh, knowing this alone, you can make money from this strategy. Forex trading is not that complicated. A lot of people use indicators to make you look as if trading is very, very complicated. And guess what? You don't have to know everything about trading. We know few with proper risk management. You learn emotional trading. You learn how to manage emotions. Once you have right proper risk management, and then you are not gambling, you are trading with caution, you will not be scared of entering the market. You can go into the market and come out successfully. Knowing this alone, all right? Now we have 4 strategic points that you can most likely look at for trading opportunities. So you can see that price is heading to the next zone. Like I said before, it is going to come back here again. Most likely it will come back to test this zone again. Come back here, even test this trend line. If this trend line fell into the zone, you can see. So it may come back here for this, to do this. Then next pulse is going to be here. Then to the upside. So how do you trade now? You're going to use a smaller time frame to watch. When price is getting to this zone, coming back here, you can enter your market with 4 hours, right? Or you can even use the daily time frame to jump into the market. I like to use 4 hours sometimes and daily time frame. Your stop loss most likely. If price comes back here, right now, I don't want you to buy. I don't want you to buy right now. Buy now is very, very risky because the market is still very, very up. It may not continue because it has gone a little bit up. So let's allow the market to, come back for a pullback to this zone again, or this trend line, before we think about buying to the upside. So let me also look at another pair. So let's look out for uh Euro USD, and I'll show you this thing works with all the currency pairs. So let's check out for Euro USD. Euro USD. All right. So this is Euro USD. So first of all, let's look at the monthly time frame with Euro USD. How the market, what is this market telling us? All right. Euro USD is also telling us almost the same thing because the both of them are USD paired. USD is bullish, has been bullish for some time. Okay. Now I'm going to use, right, this is very, very strong strategic point, strategic zone. So let me go back to weekly. Okay, let me give another one again. This is a very, very strong zone. That's where the market is right now. It's on the zone. All right, it's on the zone. Let's lock it. On the zone. Uh, so let's go back to weekly time frame. All right, Euro USD has actually broke through that zone. It's a weekly time frame. All right, this is the zone. This is the zone. But this one for Euro USD, the market has broke through this zone, and this is what they call retest principle. All right. Now let's see another. See, how do you know if market that place is a zone? If you just see multiple touches, you have to go back to history. It could be history of 5 years ago, but with me looking at this market, I know that that place is a zone. All right. So this is weekly time frame. You can spread it down. This is a zone. This is zone. You see a zone. Look at it there. Multiple touches. Look at it there. Multiple touches. Let's spread that again. Okay, then you can lock it. Okay, now that we've mapped out our zone, so we can go back to the upside as well. The zones, when you map out the zone, not mean that you just execute a trade. Zones just make you understand where to trade. So your trading decisions should be made on these zones. You should make your trading decision based on the fact that they are what? On a zone. You are not trading. Tell yourself from today, if you're watching this video and you're not be trading like this, just tell yourself, I am not going to place a trade except I know that the market is on a zone. All right, this is a zone, so we have to take this seriously. Look at, I don't want this video to be too long, but I just want to show you with also Euro USD. This is a zone. It's not a straight line, it's a zone, and you use higher time frame to identify this zone. That's what it's called top down analysis. Go back to daily time frame. Let's see what the daily is saying. All right, you see the market is struggling on the zone. All right, the market is struggling on the zone. So for now, this is the trend line. I'm using this is the let me use weekly time frame to draw this trend line. Okay, weekly told you to market is a downtrend, right? It's a downtrend. So market collapse. When market collapse like this, trend line is not straight anymore. So let's market is a downtrend. So let's wait for the market to probably come back to test this trend line. All right. If you come back to test, when you be thinking about selling, buying opportunity is when this market is going to break through this trend line to the upside. You probably come back for a retest. Then you now know that yes, price has changed a direction. But for now, this market is still a downtrend. Price is going to come back here. I'm not going to be in a hurry to sell right now. Price may still come back and touch this trend line. All right, or near. It may not be a straight touch. It may be close to this place and then give us a reversal candlestick that is going ready to go down. That's when we think about selling Euro USD. Otherwise, the market is on a very strong turning point. It may just turn from here to the upside. Why? Because it has happened in the past, right? This is it here. So this could be a fake out until we know, we watch this market for the next few days to see if it was a fake breakout or the market is going to continue to the downside. So I hope you understand how to now map out your how to trade this market without indicators. Just use higher time frame like monthly, weekly to know where the market is turning. Is strategic. I call them zones. These market zones, or some people call it support and resistance, or um, support, supply and demand zone. These are areas where markets, millions of people, traders are looking up to make their trading decisions. So you want to use this tool here to map out to your zones so that you don't go and draw a straight line. It has to be a zone. You can see that market is holding here because it's a zone. That's why you're seeing all these touches here. It's all here, all one zone. It's not a straight line. A zone can have up to 50 to 100 pips, but they are still between one zone. Maybe so. It is when you use a higher time frame, you understand what clearly these zones. You can even use sometimes use line chart. Let's use line chart to see. Line chart can also give you clear understanding of how these zones are. You can see how clearly with the line chart you're seeing that these places are turning points, and you want to be looking for trade opportunities on these turning points. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, subscribe to the channel. Also join my Telegram group. We do lecture, do mentorship on our Telegram group. We do Zoom meetings on how teach you how to master this market. Join the Telegram group for more trainings and mentorship. Also use the broker I'm using. This is one of the best brokers I'm using. If you are trading forex and you're not sure of the broker you use, click the link below and use this one of the best brokers I am using to trade forex, to trade your forex market. I use binary.com derivative to trade volatility indices, but when it comes to forex, I use ESCO. So click the link below and use ESCO brokers to trade your forex market. So I'll see you some other time. Bye for now.